Two home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson to about the 33-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. They run once more with Stevenson.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they get fouled there on 3rd and 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Throwing Jones.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The way in, touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Wide open receiver complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
short, low throw. The Jets had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season. It could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. And now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. Says to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that neighborhood.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and 10, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Off the bootleg, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. On second down, it's Stevenson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Second down and 3.
Now whistles come in before this snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Hall.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy.
Going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation. that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy live, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play a fantasy game. I enjoy watching
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Nice champ in my book.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
That's complete once again. It's Gesicki.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now it's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard. Straight ahead is Hall. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Throwing is Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 46 yards on the play.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Stevenson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college carrying around campus, right?
Gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Patriots! Mike Gesicki, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers going to get this complete to his running back Hall.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And I think like this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
We got their defense ready.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown. This game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 10, 25 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Now Rodgers.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Rodgers to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
To throw is Rodgers.
That's to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Pats, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers.